Drills Talk, episode 92. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you have superpowers. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Psychological Superpowers. We're all born with an innate ability to do something. A lot of the times we have no idea what it is. Going through life and figuring things out and trying new things, we kind of find them and then we can hone them and use them to our advantage. I want to discuss 4 innate abilities that a lot of us have and don't realize that they're superpowers. Let's get started.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 92. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you have superpowers. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love if you enjoyed this video. Here we're an entrepreneurship-based channel. Every Monday we have a new blog. Every Wednesday a new Drills Talk. And every Friday I release an instrumental produced by yours truly to help you bring in your weekend. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is perception. And perception gives you the ability to find whatever it is you want to find in any situation. Because you have this innate ability to see exactly what you want to see, no matter what you're actually or what everybody else is seeing. No matter what the reality is, you see what you want to see. And that ability gives you, superpowers because you can take something that's so minute and multiply it and make it seem as if this is the majority of what you're seeing. This is very similar to a person growing up in humble, means and humble beginnings and being able to see the world for what it is, but also for what it can be. And that gives that person, you're like, how did that person come from nothing and grow into a billionaire or grow into a multi-millionaire or help so many people on earth? Is because they saw something where they were. And it doesn't matter how small it was. Like I grew up in humble beginnings and you don't see a lot of shiny stuff. You don't see a lot of great things, but you still have the skylines and things like that. Where I grew up in New York City, you see a lot of skylines, which is very inspirational, even though you have no idea of what it cost or, how much people make with that works there, or you don't know any of that. You just know that that's possible. And no matter how, your surroundings look and you live in this little box and you know that there's people that live in these huge buildings and then go to work in these other huge buildings, you have to know that there's more. And you take that and you make your world mostly that instead of what you're living in. And that allows you to go way further than a person who doesn't have that superpower of perception. So utilize it, hone it. It is not going to hurt you. Number 2. Number 2 is intuition. Now, intuition allows you to operate on your gut feeling. Now, this is very risky for most people, but for people who've been doing it their entire lives, it's mostly right. I mean, they get to the point where if something's not feeling right, they can listen to it and go off it and operate as if someone told them. Now, this is definitely a superpower. If you have this, then start listening more. And the more that gut feeling is correct, the more you can go off of it, and say, hey, something's not right here. Oh, I heard stories of people saying, they went to this party, they just got a bad feeling and they left. And then something bad or catastrophic happened, minutes or an hour after they left that party. Or you walk into a situation and something's not feeling right. And you can pinpoint that and understand and adjust that something's off in that situation. And now you're paying more attention. And that can be the difference between life and death. That could be the difference between, saying something that you shouldn't say in that scenario or that room and then saying it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the difference. That gut feeling is telling you, hey, watch your tongue. Hey, keep your head on a swivel. Hey, watch everybody in the room or leave. That's a superpower. If you have that, hone that skill, listen a little more, become one with yourself. And utilize that because it can save you and whoever you're with. Number 3. Number 3 is empathy. Now, empathy allows you to understand and share the feelings of someone else. This is definitely a superpower also. This allows you to feel what someone's feeling without experience what someone has experienced, which a lot of us cannot do. There are not a lot of empaths in this world. I know, it's kind of cool to say that you are and you understand, but you don't. Like, true empaths can really basically feel as if they went through the exact thing this other person's telling them they went through. It's a great person to have if you need a friend to, lay on their shoulder and cry, because they feel exactly what you're feeling, even if it didn't happen to them. It's a great giver's superpower, because you're taking in everything that comes in. Now, it's good when somebody comes to you with good news, but you taking the bad news, so you got to protect yourself and be aware that, yes, negative energy is going to come and you're going to feel it and it's going to affect you. So make sure you don't reach out to everybody. Make sure you save that for the special people in your life. But if it's all good and you have some people who want to tell you good news, then great, because you're going to feel great. And that's just something that you're going to have for the rest of your life. That's your superpower. Somebody's telling you good news and you're having a crappy kind of day or kind of a neutral day. Now you're not. Now you feel great because they feel great. Goodness, I don't have that. But if I did have that, I would use that so much, because, sometimes I'm having neutral days and I just, I could use a pick me up. But if somebody's telling me they're having a great day, I'm happy for them, but I don't feel as happy as them, because I can't take exactly what they experienced and make it into me. I don't have that superpowers. I'm lacking there. But the people who do, congratulations, because you're going to be a great friend. You're going to be a great person to talk to, because you're going to instantly understand exactly what that person is trying to portray or tell you. Number four is creativity. Creativity allows you to think outside the box. Now, this happens to be my gift. This happens to be my superpower. So I'm very familiar with this. Thinking outside the box, being okay with being different, being okay with trying something, being willing to fail, it's okay because you're already thinking outside the box. So a person who's creative is thinking, okay, well, yeah, I'm going to try this and I may fail, but I have no fear of failing, because what I'm trying, no one else has the guts to do. No one else has the know-how. No one else is even thinking of this. So what do I have to lose? Even if I do it wrong, no one's going to know that I'm doing it wrong, because it's so new. It's so creative. And that's a superpower. And if you don't have, the other three superpowers and you have creativity, you can get out of the slums because you're creative. All right, maybe I do see the skyscrapers in the far, far, far sights, but I really do see this box. I'm in the box. How do I get out of the box? And my creativity is going to pull and say, okay, well, people who live in this box is for a reason. It could be misfortune. It could be misinformation. It could be miseducation. It's a lot of reasons. It could have been what they were handed, where their parents left them off. You never know the situations, but with creativity, you can say, all right, well, this is where we are. This is just a building block. What am I going to think of to get me out of here? What am I going to think of to make this box a memory instead of real life? And as a child, I remember saying, okay, well, I can't do anything right now, but when I get older, man, I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to be able to take care of my family. I'm going to, I'm going to do music. I'm going to do this stuff because I get to be me. I get to be creative. I get to be a provider, a protector. And I'm like 12 thinking like this, and have the guts to think, and then tell my mother, like, hey, when I get older, I'm not going to work a regular job. I'm not going to do all of this, and I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And, she's just supporting her boy. And she's like, yeah, you can do everything you want. But really, to believe that at 12 and know I wanted to get into business and major in business, because I know that that's going to allow me to get the logic side to go with my creativity, and then go to college and continue the major in business and be able to have that logical mind and that creative mind, and then be okay with being wrong and trying and failing, using my superpower. Please use yours. Find it, hone it. Drills Talk, episode 92. These are the top 4 reasons you have superpowers. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this out. It's Drills.